Hi everyone, this is Nicole E. Well, I think that this through one of the toughest times in my entire life. So I am right now here to talk about being positive when you're going through tough times. It's always very easy to get online and start talking to people about your problems and talking about how things to change and why did they do this to you and why did they do that to you and why would somebody treat you so badly or hurt you? But I've really decided that I need to be positive, and there is absolutely nothing that I can do about someone treating me terribly because I have not been a culprit here of treating others terribly. So therefore, when someone treats you terribly or me, um, what the best thing to do is off your back because when you have bad things happening to you, like for example, I've had so much crap flying in my face lately that it's just been even difficult to focus on a daily basis on who I am, on what I need to get accomplished, and I've had so much coming at me that I have had to go take some therapy sessions, and I I need the advice of someone. So I have taken the liberty to be seeing someone professional because sometimes when you have problems, you don't know how to solve them, and you just know that uh, people are doing bad things and bad things are happening. And I don't know why they're happening. I I just know that I need to focus, stay focused. I had this really terrible job once at a company in Grand Haven, and I had a very hard time because so much work to do that I didn't even have enough hours to do the work. Okay, and I had to learn to stay focused. So um, one thing I just want to say is you need to figure out what your priorities are right now today. You could make a list of what your priorities are in your life and stay focused, okay? If your priority is to come home and make sure that your home is clean, then that would be a priority, you know. And if you can't do that today, then perhaps you can get uh, something done later in the week. But you have to take note of what your priorities are, what you need to get done, absolutely have to get done. And if you get one of those things done a day, that that is acceptable. You know, you don't have to come in like a superstar and just start mowing the lawn, okay? When you are depressed, when you have depression and someone is beating you down verbally or physically or anything else, uh, you need to find a way to stay focused, not on them. They're not a priority. If they're beating you down emotionally, mentally, physically, whatever, they are not a priority in your life. They can't be because anybody that is trying to do you harm mentally, physically, or whatever, they can't be the priority any longer. So you figure out what your other priorities are, put them on a sheet of paper, put them in order. If you need to put them in a safe place, put them in your car, whatever you have to do. And every time you get stuck on this person or this bad thing that's happened to you, like an evil deed or a car accident or an emergency that you have nothing that you can do about it, go back to your list and look at your list and say, these are my priorities. What am I do today, right now, about my priorities that I already have on this sheet of paper? You have to focus. Take your mind off the drama and get your mind focused on what you need to do. It is absolutely vital for you to get your mind focused. And if you cannot focus on any of those things on your list, rather than beat yourself up over it, then you need to figure out how you can be good to yourself. Okay, this is the second thing. Be good to yourself. Okay, if you can't get something done on your list, get into the shower. Make sure it's really hot, because people with depression don't like to shower. Make sure it's nice and warm and that you have all of your soap there that you like to use. You have the right to enjoy a longer shower. Life is not an emergency. It is not an emergency for you to get up and go out and run around like a chicken for your employer. It is not an emergency for you to kowtow to someone that's being abusive. It is not for you to find a way to tie your shoes upside down, okay? Whatever. Okay, you got to get rid of all of those outside influences and be good to yourself. Get yourself into the shower. Make yourself look nice. And even if you can't think of something nice to do for yourself, like buy new clothes, or you don't have the money, the easiest and simplest thing to do is to get yourself into the shower, make yourself look good, and make yourself feel good. Then you go over to your computer or your MP3 player or whatever you have and play you some music, because music is going to get your mind off of whatever is hurting you. Alexa, play REO Speedwagon. Apparently Alexa's not answering. I don't know what happened. I guess I'm going to have to figure that out later when I have time. The point is that this is your life and you are in complete control over it. Nobody needs to scare you. People don't need to be nasty to you. You don't have to jump through other people's hoops. The only hoops that you actually have are your own hoops. And you can make them be whatever you want them to be. You don't have to listen to other people. You can do whatever you want. And it is your responsibility for what is up here in your mind. When someone else is sitting there saying things to you, bad things, you have to take your mind off of those things. Because Jesus didn't make a pile of crap. Okay, God did not make piles of crap. And we can all get up and just focus on something else. Because being in a relationship with someone that's abusing you, or being part of someone's life that isn't good for you, can be very mentally exhausting. And you have to take the time to take care of you. So, this is just a general pep talk, I guess. You can change your life. You don't have to feel like a pile of crap. You don't have to focus on negativity and you can pick up your pieces all by yourself, whether you have friends or not. You know right here what kind of person you are. And it ain't about what other people say about you. It's about what's in here. What's in here. Okay? Doesn't matter if someone calls you a glass of milk. If you know you're not a glass of milk, you get your ass up off of the floor, pick yourself up, and walk. You look up to the sky when you fall. Because if you can look up, you can get up. And don't you ever let anybody tell you that you're not worthy of love, peace, and hope. God bless.